Good noon, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this beautiful day that has clean air, a rare day in Mexico City. And before we get into the ride, as I say while I'm riding, just got a shout out. The bike I'm on and channel sponsor Wabi Cycles. We recently we've been doing this for a few months now. We have a video series called 3 Minute Thursday, where you can learn how to get the most out of your bike in 180 seconds or less. Check that out by clicking the card above. Today, that guy's got pipes on him. Today we are riding to Costco. I need to shoot a video at Costco. It'll make sense after you see that video. And hopefully I can figure out how to get there. It's a bit away. Ways away. Maybe like a 30-minute ride or so. So we should be able to see a lot of beautiful Mexico City on the way there. Car behind me is trying to pass me in a 20-kilometer-per-hour school zone. Like anywhere else in North America, Mexico City is super car-centric. But even then, it's still leagues better than most cities in the United States. Alright, the air's not that clean today. It's just slightly nicer than most days. Not a great place for asthma. An asthmatic cyclist. An interesting thing I've noticed here, riding around, most of the streets are one way. Even a lot of the big main streets will be one way. And it makes it a bit confusing to get around, because there isn't always a street that goes to where you need to go. So sometimes you need to make these big loops to get around. And on the bright side, because most of the streets are one way, that makes running red lights much safer and easier. And the traffic culture here, if you could call it that, definitely takes red lights as just a suggestion rather than a rule. Everybody does. Cars less so, but still, I've seen plenty of cars run red lights. Scooter and motorcycle guys run red lights all the time. Cyclists run red lights all the time. It's just how you ride here. I've been riding for what, 7 minutes now? And I am so out of breath already. It's different riding here. Number one, the pollution. Largest city in North America. Situated in a mountain valley, so it cannot clear out very well. See, like this light is red, we're all just running it. That's how we do. No cars, no problem. Because it's in a mountain valley, the pollution doesn't clear out as much. I'm sure there's some climate science things going on that also make it worse because of the elevation. Speaking of that elevation, it's pretty high up in the mountains. It's about 7,200 feet of elevation above sea level. Not as much oxygen up here. So those two factors combined really makes it tough to bike here, especially for an asthmatic from sea level. Run the reds, that's how they do it in Mexico. Oddly enough, because you can run so many red lights, and there are a lot of lights in this city. Getting around by bicycle or motorcycle is probably a lot faster than by car if you're staying within the city. You can also salmon a bit easier when on a bike, which people do all the time. Traffic laws are a suggestion. So gassed already, holy crap. The bright side of people not really strictly following traffic laws is that it forces everybody that's using the road to be very attentive if they don't want to kill someone's abuelita. So drivers here are actually pretty accustomed to cyclists running reds, salmoning, going whenever it's clear. So although it looks pretty hectic, it's actually not that bad. Excuse me, doggy. My goodness. This cross traffic so I can catch my breath. Yeah, emission standards here, not as strict as the US, I must say. Got a courier. Let's follow the courier, see how he does. Guy's hauling. Gotta earn that tip. Dog walker. Now this is how to do a bike lane. Make it completely separate from cars, you know, so people actually feel safe and want to ride their bikes and don't get hit by cars and die, you know? I think that's something we can all agree on. It is daytime, so the traffic is pretty bad. Welcome to Chapultepec. The locals like to call this the biggest Central Park in the world. I don't know how true that is. It is very large and pretty. And coincidentally, being a graduate of San Diego State, we are, shows you how much I care about my alma mater. San Diego State are the Aztecs. And if you know anything about Mexican history, the Spanish came here in, I forgot what year, came here to Tenochtitlan, the Aztec capital, and drained the lake that the Aztec capital was built on, and built Mexico City. And the dorm room that I stayed in at San Diego State was called Chapultepec. And it was the nastiest place I've ever lived in. I must say the real thing is way better than what we have at San Diego State. Fun fact, it also cost about half as much to live in a nice neighborhood in Mexico City than to live in a dorm room with 3 other people. The nastiest place on earth at San Diego State. Higher education, what a ripoff. My Spanish is not good enough to understand that man, but I'm just happy that he's happy. You guys hear my bottom bracket chirping? That's that NJS quality for you. The squeakiest bottom bracket on the planet. Alright, Costco is north, which is to my left. So I will see if there is an exit down this way. Judging from all the food carts, I would imagine it probably is. I love that in Mexico, just everywhere is a market. Makes it fun to just be in the city. yeah, it's just an Aztec stone carving right there. Mexico City is a super interesting blend of like European and indigenous, and it's just all melted together to make Mexico what it is. Like the other day when I was biking with some locals on the highway, periodically on the highway we would see just like these, I assume they were Aztec, they might have been from a different society, but there's just in the middle of the highway, like these Aztec stone monuments that had graffiti all over them. So much interesting stuff going on. You know, something like that would be in the United States probably either destroyed or as part of some cultural heritage site where you have to pay $5 to get in. Not the case in Mexico. How many Fixie points do I lose for not going under the parking gate and for going around instead? Or better yet, not going over. Oh, yeah, bumpy roads here. I'll join these cyclists for a leisurely stroll through the park, or rather, to the exit of the park. That's a lot of them. It's like 12 of them. Hello, fellow tourists. I'm a salmon. I'm a salmon. I hate salmoning. Why did I do this? I'm more of a trout man myself. Where am I? Okay. Oh, I'm in a roundabout. Oh no. I'm too American for this. Get me out of here. So there's not very many stop signs here, and again, like most how the traffic works, you just go when you can, but it does make it a little spooky when going through intersections because I'm not sure who has the right of way. Costco is in a fancy neighborhood. Yes, the giant horse statue that comes standard with every roundabout in Mexico. That's how you know it's a fancy neighborhood. Whoa, okay. So not expecting someone to be in that white car on the right. The Washington Monument. Where am I? Where am I supposed to go? ¿Dónde está el casco? Necesito ir al casco. Anyone else just talk to themselves when you're studying a language? Where am I? Wait. I think I know where I am. Okay. I think. That looks like a cluster cluck. This is a one-way street in the wrong way. All right. Good. Go this way. Look at this. It was a street, and then now with all the outdoor dining, now it's like a restaurant district. It's beautiful. Okay, where am I? Where do I go? Hope I get there before the battery dies. What park is this? Where am I? Let me know in the comments. I will use your comments to get to Costco. Yo, the parks here are next level. They're so nice. There's actually people in them. That's how you know it's a nice park. I know is that Costco is by Sumaya, which is that crazy looking building, museum building. It looks like they made it out of armor. Okay, I think I biked here at night before. Looks vaguely familiar. This part of town is really dangerous for cyclists because there's a lot of luxury car drivers, and with that, you know, the worst drivers are BMW drivers who don't know what a turn signal is and think that everyone else will look out in the blind spot for them. So I do have to be a bit more careful here. Has the most BMW drivers per capita in the country of Mexico. Not good for our cyclists. Okay, that's a highway. Costco's not on the highway, I know that much. It would be in the United States, but not here. This could all be easily prevented if I just pulled over and looked at a map, and I got a video to make. I'm getting lost for you, lovely people. Oh, that's a lot of traffic. I should have taken the right as a detour. This street sucks. Even if it is the right way, that's not fun. So let's find a scenic route to go to Costco. Costco, ¿dónde está? Oh, my bottom bracket is not happy on the super bumpy road. All I can say is that this feels right. Alright, I know where it is. I know where it is. Just passed by Bamboo Fix Gear. Apparently there's a Mexican-based bamboo fix gear maker. I rode one. Check out that video next week by hitting the subscribe button and getting us to 100,000 subscribers. Thank you for your support. Okay. That was a roundabout way of getting across the street. That's what happens when cities are built for cars. That was a close one. BMW. Cyclist, natural predator. But it looks like that one already had lunch, so it didn't bother me much. Yep, there's the fancy building. That's not the Costco, that's the museum. The Costco's close by. Whoa, where is you going, buddy? The Costco's on the left. Thank you for joining me on this thrilling ride throughout Mexico City. And yeah, check out 3 Minute Thursday if you want. Fixie famous shoutouts to these people for helping to make these fix gear videos possible through the support on Patreon. I'll actually go with this guy. And remember to ride your bike every day. Because life is short, but don't make it shorter. So ride every day to be reasonably dangerous.